Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Transport Fever 2. I had a look at this a little bit back in the day, and I'm brought back because apparently there's been a really big update. They're calling it the summer update. Broadly speaking, it is a quality of life update. It's changed a lot of the menus and systems, which is great because one of my big gripes with this game was that it felt unnecessarily fiddly. So it sounds like they've actually put a lot of work into doing that, and it seems like I wasn't the only person that felt that way. So this is sort of the quintessential transport and logistics game. I actually really like it. However, full disclosure, when I first touched it back in the day, I actually kind of hated it. I found it just really kind of obtuse. It didn't show us what was going on, and it didn't help that I went into campaign mode. The beauty of this game is not the campaign mode. That is a very much a tutorial. That's a really long tutorial that drip feeds you some systems. And dare I say, even though I'm not exactly known for loving sandbox games, this thing does thrive in its pseudo sandbox environment, which we'll have a look at today. So you go into a free game, you pick one of the three sort of basic settings, and it generates up a map. You can change all this sort of stuff, but it's pretty straightforward. Essentially, it generates all these cities, and then it will 4 towns in this case, and then these industries as well. Now, there is a sort of but I was going to say an ecosystem, because there is kind of a natural order to the way that this game plays. So it's not true sandbox. You lose your money really easy. If you want to build a couple of train lines, that's it. You will be broke. So you have to engage with the systems quite aggressively and set your own goals. So I guess that's why I like it as far as a sandbox goes, that it's not truly sandbox. You have to take very small bites of the pie, and you have to be sensible about what you do. We'll get into it, but the long and short of it is these little industry spots, one will produce wood, one will produce bricks, that sort of crap, and the towns will each have their own requirements. I want bricks, I want wood, right? So you essentially have to link up some logistical lines, be it trains or road, and you go through the time period as well from early tech to modern, and you feed all this stuff into the town. The town then in turn grows, it requires more stuff, and that sort of thing. It's like feeding the town, the game. And then you get population that want to go between the towns, so that's another whole layer as well. So if you want to go into that sort of traffic population management and transportation, you can do that, or you can stick to hard logistics. But that's sort of the beauty of it, I suppose. You can really choose where you want to go. Anyway, so this is a bit of a primer for people that aren't across it. I am no expert. Again, at the very least, let this video stand as shouting out and raising this in people's eyes that maybe aren't aware of it. I know a lot of people come to this channel for engineering type games, and it's a close cousin to the logistics sort of games. I think we'll just go with temperate. That seems pretty bloody agreeable. With a nice big river in the way. I kind of like that that's going to fuck with things. Yeah, that's good. Let's do that. Because there's also like boats and things like that. Yeah. And you have essentially the appropriate vehicle skins. So we'll go Europe, but you can see they fit with each of the sort of climates that we were choosing there before. And you can start there. It's difficulty easy. Look, I choose the game. Look, if it's defaulting on easy, let's just go with easy, because I'm an absolute spagooter at these games. Having said that, medium. Why can't you just call it normal? Stuff it. We'll go medium. Stuff it. Should be right. So it might take a hot second to populate all this. So something that you have to really do. One of the things that took me a little while to get my head around is I believe terraforming is sort of, I don't want to say a no-no, but the game makes it explicitly clear that this is not necessarily a terraforming game, which is actually a legit problem for long-term or long-distance transportation and logistics networks anyway, right? Is overcoming the landscape, because it's always there and there's always going to be more. So it costs, like, if you want to run one of these tunnels through a mountain, it's going to cost you a shitload of money, right? So then you find yourself going, well, do I run it over or around or that sort of thing? And then is it ultimately even more efficient at that point? So I kind of enjoy that component of it. God, it has been a hot second since I've played this. First time texture compression. Right. Okay. Well, we'll let it work itself out. Okay, welcome. Thank you. Now, God, I am going to be rusty as all buggery at this, but here's our world. Here's our world. So let's have a look. What sort of towns do we have? We've got Bootle, we've got Faisley, Barking, and Neston. Right. Okay. So let's consider for like here you go. Look at Barking. Barking needs bread. Are we paused? Let's pause. And you can see here, this is some sort of, oh wow. This is some sort of bakery, right? Barking Foods processing plant. So that's like a tier 2 requirement. So you would have to run, well, I see wheat over here. So you'd probably have to try and get wheat down through here. Now you can build your own roads and all that, or use the existing ones for sure. But, you know, refer back to what I was saying about how tricky all that sort of thing can be. And then as far as these machine parts, is that what they are? There you can see they require wood, and there's quite a bit. Barking's not exactly easy. Let's have a look here. Bricks and boxes. Okay. What about this? Fuel. Oh, okay. No, okay, nothing's jumping out. Excuse me, just squeeze a quick sneeze in. How about we go Faisley, right? It's all fairly open out here. This seems like a pretty bloody smart place to develop. I like these little roads that are already in there. Now you can turn the graphics up through the ceiling if you want. It's actually quite granular. Like there's quite a bit to it. But this is like any of these sort of hardcore logistics games. It's going to brick your computer eventually, you know? Like your annos and all that sort of stuff. You get to a point where you're going to want a more powerful rig. So, no, I'm not exactly putting this on very high from the very beginning. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at these guys. Bricks. Well, there we go. Look, we've got a brickery right there, and we've got a box factory right there. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. What about these bloody stones? Oh, look at this. This is a good setup. Okay, so what we're going to want to do straight off the bat is, oh my God, memory Scarlet, you can do this. All right, so we have road, rail, water, I guess planes, but they don't exist in this setting yet. We also have buildings. And what we want to basically do is build a bus tram stop, I believe is... No, it'd be a truck stop. Truck station. Modular truck station. That sounds about right. Yes. So we're going to build a truck station here. How do I... It's something weird like ZV... Oh. All right, well, I figured it out. It's N and M apparently is the go. So we're going to do that. I had to bloody Google it. Why is this... Oh, I guess maybe that's on a hill or something. It is. Okay, right. Okay. Cool. So let's plonk that there for starters, right? So now we've got like a bus stop sort of thing. And we're going to want to take that up to here. So we're going to do the same thing. And NM. There we go. Right. Cool beans. Goddamn. Escape. Press escape too many times, Scarlet. Okay. Configure. Oh, no. No. So it won't actually start working if it doesn't have a reason to, right? So this bloody stone from the stone quarry is just not going to get into it. So what we need to do is create a new line, right? Click on stations to add. So we go Faisley South and Faisley Transfer, I suppose, right? Cool. We could rename the line, you know? Or we could just have a bunch of horrible names that are going to confuse the shit out of me later on. Well, yep, that's tomorrow's problem. Let's deal with that. So now we've got our line, right? I don't know if we need to make it loop back. I'm not sure. Let's just leave it like this. One other thing that we're going to need to do is generate vehicles, right? So road depot. So we might just plonk one here to get the ball rolling, right? Buy vehicles, and we only really have 2 vehicles at the moment. We've got cargo specific European horse-drawn carriage, right? So we'll buy that. Nice. We can actually allocate it to a certain line. Yes, set line 1. There we go. And if we were to unpause, that should. How do I speed up? That should get the ball rolling, right? Off he goes, my little bloody horse and cart. And you can see they're already stacking up these bricks or stones or whatever you want to call them, the quarry, right? Rock. Nice. It gives you an idea of sort of how oversupplied that is. So he's off, and he's going to be generating like a debt as he goes the whole time, right? You can see here as well, production 400, shipment, right? Transport. This gives you a general idea of congestion, right? So if we want to if we want to put 1 billion horse and carts into this, we can quickly start to approach the limit of this thing's ability to just generate. I believe shipment 100, transport 0. I'm not 100% sure how it works, but this quarry will actually level up, right? After we, draw enough out of it. Anyway, cool. So that bloke's off. Where is he? He's nearly there. Construction materials plant. So he's going to drop that off there, and then he'll go back. And that's immediately gone into the plant, and you can see there, they're producing bricks, right? Oh, okay, well maybe it's the level is here. Okay, I was confused. So the quarry doesn't level up, but it probably does have a limited draw. So if you really go hard in the, the quarrying industry, you might have multiple quarries. You might need multiple quarries, right? So this is going to produce these bricks, but the thing is, the bricks aren't really demanded anywhere, so it's not putting them anywhere. I don't know if they exist in here. I mean, you can see here we've got 4 out of 100. So what we need to do is set up bricks, and we'll do something just like that. Where were we? Truck station. Now you can see where the brick demand is in the city. Let's see if we can cover it all without knocking down a building. So it'd be good if that actually lined up perfectly instead of triggering me and being at too much of an angle. Oh, well, that'll do. And I think that covers a lot of them, right? Cool. So same story again. Let's go and say create a line, new line. Now, like I said, I'm absolutely no expert at this, but if anything, this will stand testament to the fact that you can be an absolute squarehead goober idiot, just like me, and you can figure this out. Now, we do want to keep our bloody costs down. What we could do is issue a new vehicle from here. Now, I believe you can buy them straight onto lines, but I can't remember how to do that. Oh, here you go. Hang on, maybe we can do it like this. Buy vehicles? No. Okay, let's buy a horse-drawn cart. We'll put it on line 2. So it'll probably issue from here and then drive all the way up. It's probably going to cost us some maintenance costs to do that. Now, I think this is where we have the line statistics, which is really interesting. Well, that's cool. So line 1 is actually running at a profit. Like you can see there, they will run at a loss for a little while. And you can see the frequency is 9 and the rate is 5. Approximate annual throughput per station, right? So you can obviously massage this by adding more and more vehicles to the line, right? But generally speaking, line 1's profitable, so there's no reason to really, unless we have a production limitation or anything like that. That's interesting. I almost wonder if they've tweaked the numbers, because we'll see. Anyway, we're going full clap. So you can see the bricks are generating because the game has now figured out that there is a route that requires the bricks, right? You can also make like little interim way stations. Like it doesn't have to be point to point. You can have junction to junction and have like transport depots, which can really increase your efficiency, right? Especially if, say, you had a situation where you wanted to run your quarried stone down a road over here as well, right? Well, you'd probably want to have it split. Well, I guess it would split here anyway, but I think you get my point. Anyway, so they're off. Where is he, little fella? Cool. And so he'll deliver up to here. You can see we've got the civilian population just walking around doing their thing. Motor vehicles aren't really part of the equation in this time period. Where are we? 1851. So what we can do is we could actually set like a bus route to move dudes around town. Now, I'm not actually super across the personnel transportation part. I'm actually arguably quite terrible at it. See, now this is interesting. To get the boxes going, we're going to need whatever that is, this little L shape. But you can see over here, we need to build it there as well. All right? Geez, that's a buggerance, isn't it? But I suppose as long as we're making money, right? And that route's probably already, well, barely in profit. Remember, he did have that up cost when we deployed him from all the way back here. But maybe we put a depot up here, you know, and that's where we centralize. Or I could build a whole bunch of them. Who cares, right? Who knows? What's this button? Balance. Road vehicle. Okay. Condition. Very good. Emissions. Two years. Yeah, right. So you got to upgrade all your crap as well as time goes by. Yeah, right. And how much money have we got anyway? Where are we? Oh, earnings, negative 6,000. That's not good. 64,000. We get a breakdown of that if I click on you. Well, actually, no, there's our account anyway. Loan. Okay, so we've got to repay a loan. How much is the loan? Investments. Bank balance, loan. Oh, okay, we start with a 5 million loan. Okay, I see. So while our loans are still profitable, oh, negative 71,000. Oh, okay. We're getting there. And so, yeah, at this point, you know, world's your oyster. You focus in on one town or you juice everything up. Yeah, now, so the thing is, as far as transportation goes, I'm not really across whether you're supposed to be transporting people in intra-city or inter-city, right? Or both, or are they two separate sort of disciplines? I don't know, let's have a fiddle with it. Stuff it. Let's have a look. Let's, truck stop. Small truck stop to unload cargo to be placed on the sidewalk. Does not allow loading of cargo. Right, so that might actually address the brick problem. You know, we could potentially drop those off. In fact, that might be even more suitable than what we're doing here for the truck station. Right? Because we're not picking anything up. It is an empty trip going back. Small bus tram stop for passengers to be placed on the sidewalk. Right, so you can see it's sort of coverage, right? Well, what if we put one right here at the outer limits? And then let's put one out here. Oh, I could probably put things left-hand drive, actually. I don't know, maybe we put it out like that. Put one out there, maybe there. All right, we've got a lot of stops. Bus tram station, okay. All right. Tram depot used to buy sell trams. Road depot. Well, we were talking about getting a depot up here anyway, right? Okay, cool. So let's make a line. New line. Out we go. Seems it's smart enough to figure out all the. And then can I tell you to loop back around, or can you figure that out on your own? Looks like it can figure it out on its own. Yeah, looping around. Okay, nice. That's cool that it does this little part here as well. Is that the return trip? Yeah. Returns back in there. Clever. Clever, clever. Okay. So let's go to here. Buy vehicles. We'll go passenger. We've got a stagecoach, right? So let's buy a stagecoach. And we'll add it to line 3, which I should probably rename all this shit. But one day. Okay, cool. So he's going into the little bloody depot. That's cool. That's cute. Off he goes. Wait, is that stop 1? So he's going to go all the way up. Stop 1, is that the idea? Off you go, little fella. Oh, he stopped there. He's opened his little doors. Okay. So we'll start generating. You can see back here how it's see how it's got this rock marker above it, right? And bricks. It should start generating population. There we go. There, yeah. So we've got some goober sitting here waiting for his bus stop. Oh, Mrs. Goober. Here we go. Look at this. Oh, wait. That's not my horse and cart. That's someone else's. Oh, shit. Is that the opposition? I don't know. Okay, hang on. Where's the line? Is that my... Oh, that looks like my stagecoach. Yes. Okay, here he goes. So he's cruising around, running at gross loss. But, okay, and look, here we go. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Residents 4, unemployed 4. Look at that. Look at the city developing. Industrial building needs cargo. It's not getting enough. Oh, look at my little bloody city grow. It's cool. I'm developing the brick district, as it will be forever called. Hang on. We need to watch this. He's going to pick up a dude. All right, so I probably could do better at designing my layouts, but whatever. Oh, look, in they go. And off they go. Nice, look at that. But I feel like it's almost like a public service, because we're going to, look at this, we're bleeding money on that line. Cargo 3 out of 4. Interesting. Now, the rate at which we build bricks, how's that going? 8? So, I guess we could scale up the brickery. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Don't need that no more. Let's buy a vehicle, cargo, and put it on line 2. Right, so we'll get him involved in the bricking. We'll start scaling up this neighborhood. So you can actually delete buildings and knock down roads and, you know, get a bit more involved sort of thing. Paisley Exchange. Yeah, so I don't know if they're going to end up getting their bricks. Supply rating 0. They're just not getting their bricks. I'll keep an eye on this. Alright, he hasn't... It defaults to wood, so he hasn't picked anything up just yet. But the hope is there is something for him to pick up there. I think we'll be alright. Oh, maybe not. So he's now running empty. I've made a boo-boo. So what we could probably do then, actually you can have a look at, I believe you can look at rate, right? 11. Like it doesn't add up. Approximate annual throughput per station. So we need to put this on line 1. And in fact, you know what? Let's get another one on line 1. Might take a little while to get out there. I mean, maybe I could have built a depot out there. That might be more sensible. Who's to say? Look at this. Now we're starting to generate some passengers. Oh, look at this. Everything's building up. Oh, wow. This is building up as well. Cargo needs, but it's not getting them. No good. So that's the next step, I suppose, is start trying to shore up the other cargoes. Where is this sort of weird stone? Let's see. Oh, over here. Barking chemical plant. Plastic. It's plastic. Is that the only chemical plant in the world? It looks like it, so... Geez, that might keep us a bit busy, hey? Because then we also got to get oil all the way up to there too. Which, where is that? We've got drums that have to turn into oil. Wow, okay, so these goods are disgusting. They're so rough. So we might even start shoring up a different town altogether, you know? I don't know. Yeah, okay. I think that might be the only oil refinery. Yeah. Wow, so we're going to have to... And then we'll have to get oil, which is... There's plenty of oil nearby. We put the oil into the refinery to the plastics factory, and the plastics down to here and across. And then this needs these types of ore, right? What is that? Iron ore and coal. We've got coal there. And okay, so that's actually not that bad. It's the oil that's the embuggerance. Okay, cool. And that's going to be a bit of a longer tail investment, right? Because the amount of sunk cost to get that going will be nuts. So, and you can see we're running an even bigger loss here now because, well, oh look, the passenger line's starting to turn a profit, which is cool. Rate 16 and 11, so that's going to even out, I suppose. Yeah. And you can actually just make proportional money for stuff delivered anyway, right? So if I were to deliver what's something basic? I can't really, well, even just oil. If I delivered oil to the refinery, I will actually earn money off of that exchange anyway. So it's not all necessarily about the cities, but that's where the interesting stuff happens, basically. So we might even have to make some little mini interim trips. But remember, like, a lot of this stuff is all locked off because these resources don't really exist, right? This, what is that even called? Steel? Steel doesn't exist. I have to make it exist to then profit from those lines. Anyway, so you can sort of see what I mean, that it is pseudo sandbox, and yet at the same time, it is always very focused. You're running at big debt from the very beginning of the game. Look at that, we're already down $1 million. So, so I need to get a wriggle on. But yeah. Very cool. Love it. All right, team. Might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.